All right, got a little series here for you. We're going to rip through it quickly. This is the first of 4 videos. You can watch this sped up, but I'm still going to try to do it nice and quick, 5 minutes or less. If you watch it sped up, even faster. Okay, this is important as you get into our programming and look like you train. I have said this for a long time. There's a big difference between training and working out, training and exercising. You can go to the gym every day and work out consistently hard and literally never make any progress. And if you look around the gym, this is most people. Most people make zero gains. So if you want results, you have to know the difference. And I say this is a large reason a lot of people stay stuck. Okay, so let's talk about training versus working out and the illusion of effort. Here's the reality check. Like I just said, you can work out hard, you can sweat, you can get sore, you can get pumped, you can train to failure, you can be consistent and still make no real progress and still not move in the direction of looking more like you actually work out, right? So hard working is not enough. The programming and what you're doing in the gym matters. Here's the thing, training, strength, muscle, these are things that are so well researched, and there's a lot of money that goes into university studies around this. To think that we can just randomly go to the gym and just work hard and produce great outcomes relative to structured programming that is evidence-based and in alignment with that research is kind of silly. It's like thinking I'm just going to eat clean and get in shape. Probably not, right? So the programming matters. This is what most people do in the gym. They don't have a plan, right? If they do have a plan, they switch it every few weeks. So there's just this shiny red ball kind of situation. They have random workouts and they're chasing either soreness, if I didn't get sore, I didn't work hard enough, or sweat or fatigue. This is random. This is random. This is working out. This is exercise. This is healthy. It's good for you to go to the gym and have this as a lifestyle, but it doesn't mean you're going to produce results. And that's what we're here for, to produce actual results from our time in the gym. This is what training that produces results actually looks like. It has some structure. It's got a structure. You know what you're doing. It's a set of marching orders, clear instructions. The loading parameters, which is the sets and reps, are part of the programming. The rest intervals, the repeating exercises to get stronger, the tempo that is prescribed for the movements, these are all part of structured programming. There's a built-in plan for progression, right? A plan for progressive overload. Progressive overload, this is important, is the proof that your program is working. It is the proof that you are making progress. So if I say, are you getting stronger? Well, I think so. Well, what does your logbook say? We use logbook-driven execution. The proof is in the data. Are you getting stronger? The programming is built for that because that's going to lead to more muscle, better metabolism, all the good things that we're after when we train properly. So good workouts, good training is not just a random collection of exercises that make up a workout. It's not a random collection of workouts that make up a good program. It's not a hodgepodge of whatever you want to do as long as you're training a given body part, okay? There's structure and there's planning to it. Repetition trumps variety. This is a big one, you know. This is tied to this training ADD component I mentioned here, but people change what they're doing too often. That's one of the hallmark signs of a person who doesn't understand training. Athletes understand that when they're training for an outcome to improve, that's why you're in the gym, right? To improve. You need repetition on a program to do that. So variety, if you need all this variety and changing what you're doing all the time in the gym, you don't train. That need for that kind of shiny red ball motivation, that person is not a trainee. They are a workout person. They're an exerciser. They're not mentally there for results. It's kind of like entertainment. So repetition through programming is the key. Progress requires repetition because that's how you track progress. Doing the same thing, improving performance through that same thing. If you're always changing things up to stay motivated, that's honestly a lot of the problem. So your muscles adapt to progressive tension, not new things. The path to real results. We'll wrap up right here. Training ADD is a results killer. Always changing what you're doing in the gym is a results killer. You can have what feels like great workouts and have a good today workout, which is great if you don't want to make any progress. But if you want progress, you need repetition through programming over time. Routine hopping ruins progression. You can't track what you don't repeat, and you can't improve what you don't track. Number 2, you have to think like an athlete. This is that mindset. So training versus exercise, you have the actual programming component, which is training versus working out. It's not just semantics either. And then you have the mindset that you have in there. You're not in there just for today. You're in there to improve. So you're not there to burn calories. You're there to show up, perform better than last week, and improve. The point is to improve, right? So the belief shift here is that the training, your workout is not just for today, although it helps today, it's for the future. If you want your body to change, you have to train like someone who expects it to. All right, see you on the next one.